OSHA, we often get asked, are baby slings safe? And it's something that we know is really important. In fact, it's the most important thing that new parents and all parents are concerned about when they are looking to carry their baby in a sling, or in fact with any container that they put their baby in, whether that's a car chair or a pram or a buggy, and also a sling. So I want to just go into a little bit more around the details of baby sling safety, what you should look out for, and why they really are a safe thing to use to carry your baby. With baby sling safety, the most important things to be aware of is baby's airways are clear and that you feel comfortable to be able to take your hands off so that you can be hands-free while caring for your baby. The reason that we want to make sure that the airways are clear is so that your baby can breathe freely and that there's absolutely no obstruction to their airways and their breathing at all. Now, the way that you want to make sure that you do that is by having a really nice supportive carry. So that means that the fabric, if it's a wrap like this carrier, to make sure that your baby is in the sling really nice and snug, which supports their back, so they're not able to sink down inside the sling and curl in on themselves. What you're looking for is that they are nice and supported so that their head can rest on your chest and not their own chest. So if you imagine a baby's airways are like a straw, they can crease down like this and rest on their own chest if you allow them to be in that position. So whether that's a car chair, in arms, anything, you want to make sure that babies are always have their chin away from their own chest. You can see that here. You want to be able to have 2 finger widths in between their chest and their chin. And that is why when you are using a baby wrap or a baby sling, having a nice deep M position where their knees are higher than their bottom, and you have this kind of a J shape where you've got a line going down and skipping up under their bottom, that will make their chest and their head rest naturally on your chest and their airways will naturally be open. So you want to make sure that the fabric is nice and tight across your baby, and that is the same if you're using a stretchy wrap, a woven wrap, a ring sling. Now, the second thing that you want to look out for in terms of baby's airways being clear is that there's no fabric covering their face in any way. You want to make sure that you are not carrying your baby with their airways obstructed, and that's because there will be less airflow, less fresh air in underneath that pocket. So it might be tempting to cover their head. Maybe if they're sleeping or you're looking to get them off for a nap and they're not going down, you might just think you want to create a darker environment. Actually, what you want to do there, if you're concerned about light, then just move into a darker area. You don't want to be using a sling or any kind of fabric. And whether that's the same in a car chair, it's the same in a buggy, there's no longer recommended to use a muslin over your pram to block out light or stimulus for baby, because it can get hot in there, babies can overheat, and also there's not that free flowing air. So it's exactly the same principles if you're using a sling to if you are putting them into their pram. So clear face, nose and mouth, you want to be able to see them at all times, so that's a really good way of assessing whether their airways are clear. Can you see them? Are they close enough to kiss? Can you see their face and their nose and their mouth clearly at all times? So those are the 2 key areas around baby's airways, baby's safety. The second point I mentioned was being able to have your hands free. So being able to feel comfortable to take your hands off of the sling. So this safety message is around not having the sling too low or loose. And that again ties into that first point that I made around making sure you've got a lovely supported carry for those supported and open airways. So it means that the sling and or the carrier that you're using is tied on safely and securely. If you feel you can't take your hands off and you're holding your baby too tightly all the time with your own hands, then your baby sling needs adjusted, it needs tightened, it needs an adjustment to make sure that you are feeling confident to take your hands off which of course is the benefit of using a sling anyway. You've got hands free, but baby is snuggled next to you, which we all know is their favourite place to be. So that is the second safety point. If you have any concerns or questions about baby sling safety at all, then just drop us a message, send us an email, and we will be able to check out how you're carrying your baby and make sure that you are using them safely and comfortably and that you're getting the most out of your baby sling.